All right, we're going to pivot back to on the court, guys. We got a game tonight. So SGA hosts Ant-Man, game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Jalen Brunson will host Tyrese Haliburton tomorrow in the East. But who will be the best Robin to the Batman? Let me take you through some video. Karl-Anthony Towns had a big night in Game 7 to close out the Celtics, recording his 5th game with 20 points and 10 rebounds this postseason, which is the most by a Knicks player since Patrick Ewing had 10 such games in '94. Pascal Siakam shooting 55% from the field this postseason, the 3rd highest percentage of any remaining player in the playoffs among qualified players. Siakam has recorded 20 or more points in 5 of his 10 games this postseason. Jalen Williams has scored 20 or more points for the Thunder in 6 of his 11 games this season, scoring 24 points to close out the Nuggets Game 7 on Sunday. His 5.7 assists per game are 7th among players still in this postseason. Julius Randle having a career year for the Timberwolves in the playoffs, averaging 23.9 points per game. He's one of 3 players averaging 20 points per game while shooting 50% from the field this postseason. Here's Draymond.
I felt like I lost my matchup in that series. And this series also reminds me of that series because it's also a series where I don't feel like I lost my matchup. I lost my matchup. Like, Julius was incredible. And he played great basketball. And honestly, like, some of the shots he was taking was shots that you want him to take, and he made them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, he made the shots. Like, at the end of the day, the game oftentimes come down to shot making, and he made the shots. But I got to give it to him, man. He got the better of me.
You got to.
He got the better of me. With all respect, you know, I'm never a guy who's going to hide from the truth. He was a tough cover, one of the tougher covers I've had in the playoff series.
Interesting. All right, that was Dre and Bear Davis. Obviously, Dre talking about matching up against Julius Randle in that second round. I got both twins now, Gil and SA, so we're ready to go. We're ready to work here. Marcus, I want to start with you. Who's the most...
Me and Marcus good. I don't know what the hell is going on with Kieff and Gil, but me and Marcus is good. We good.
Too.
We
in
good
your
so
seat
far.
right now. First day on.
That's right. It's a responsibility, Kieff. It's a
Man, it's comfortable,
responsibility.
man. Thanks for keeping it comfortable for me.
All right. Marcus, who's the most important number 2 option in the conference finals?
I like what Dre said, but I got to go with Cat, right? Like, and I got to go to Cat because when he plays with that level, it's obviously a different team. Like, when he's shoulder struggling and he's involved with the crowd and he's getting the crowd going, he's putting his head down and getting to it like that. Me and both in the back, where he was like, if Cat can play like that, they get into the finals. There's no way they're going to be able to stop him. And if he can play a little bit more down low, like I know SA like to see him shoot, but I like him to establish down low. Like, get to the right-hand jump hook and just see how aggressive, see if you can get Miles Turner in foul trouble. But if he can put that 24 and 12 like he was doing throughout the regular season, I think he will be the catalyst to helping the Knicks get to the finals.
Markieff, you rolling with your brother?
Not at all. I'm going to combat that with the guy he was traded for this summer with Julius Randle.
Okay.
Draymond Green said a great thing in that past interview. Julius Randle is playing at an elite level. I was able to watch him the first series when they gave us a gentleman's sweep with the Lakers, and he was playing at an extremely high level. His confidence is so high right now that I don't think he could be knocked off that horse. He's a veteran player. He's playing extremely tough, and Ant needs that Batman, that Robin, to be able to make it to the next level. Actually, against OKC, that has a great defense, I think he's going to be the key to beating these guys.
Stephen A?
Oh my Lord, I'm on the air with 3 players, but I'm not used to this, but I got to say what I got to say. We all know I love my New York Knicks. We all know I'm a native New Yorker. I'm rooting for the New York Knicks to win the championship, but I got to tell you, I got to roll with Kieff on this. If Julius Randle, and put Gilbert Arenas up on the screen because I want to see Agent Zero when I say this, okay? If Julius Randle continues to play this way, Minnesota Timberwolves going to win the chip. They win the chip. If that brother continues to play the way that he's been playing, they going to win it all. Now, I'm not saying he's going to, because this is OKC we talking about. And we know how elite they are defensively, like he pointed out. But if Julius Randle balls, what it does to assist Gobert, what it does to assist Ant-Man and the rest of the squad, they going to win the chip. To me, the way to stop him is to make sure you neutralize him to some degree and make him look like he's a New York Knicks postseason instead of that dude flashing a finger at the camera, all cocky and all of that. And Draymond, let's give Draymond some love for a second. From this standpoint, I applaud any brother that's going to be real and be like, yo, he gave it to me. He gave it to me. Because I'll be damned if he did it. Julius Randle gave him something. And he admitted that on his podcast. Props to him for being honest. Not to say that he's not, but he was being honest there. Give him props for that. Julius Randle is the key for a chip.
This is very disturbing to say his name because he was supposed to be a number one, but Pascal, right? I thought when they traded for him, he was the go-to guy. So the fact that you are even in this category lets us know you haven't stepped up to the plate. I mean, 2019, you showed very great promise in your ability, and you've never taken that leap in this basketball career of yours. So the fact that you're even in this discussion about who is the most important number two, it's you, because you're supposed to be the number one. So the fact that the playmaker on the team is the number one option lets me know you have no chance of winning a championship, because statistics show that anyone who averages over 9 assists as the point guard and they're the best player on the team, it's hard for them to win a championship because that means your team is not that good. So the fact that you're not getting the ball down low or on the wing and you're taking over these games, and Hallie has to grab all the points from playmaking and scoring, kind of tells me that Indiana's really not ready for it.
Now,
I can't agree,
this is
I
the problem.
agree.
Sometimes, hold on, Marcus.
Go ahead.
This is the problem with what Gil just said. There's something to be said about the people you hang out with. Sometimes they can make you a big crew. We all know how hardcore Kenyon Martin is. We know how Rashad McCants can be. That's the brother those are the brothers that he with all the time, right? So he gonna be straight up. But I'm like, how you gonna ignore the fact that there's no great players on Indiana, but there's a lot of good players. And it's simply a situation of sharing the wealth. Neesmith, Nembhard, these brothers can play. Haliburton can play. Miles Turner can play. And not only that, y'all both know, all three of y'all know, Rick Carlisle's coaching them. You know Rick Carlisle, he left Luka. He don't want somebody taking all the shots and being head and shoulders unless you Jordan or somebody or Kobe or somebody. He don't want that. The brother wants these cats out on the court, distributing the basketball, moving it, because he knows nobody is great. So I'm not down on Siakam for being a number two per se, because it's a well-balanced attack, Gil. I think that you're kind of harsh with Siakam.
Hey, listen, I'm just going by history. History shows if your point guard is 8-9 assists, it's hard for you to win. The last time that happened was Siakam. He was the third option in Toronto with Wreck-It Ralph. I call him Wreck-It Ralph. So that was the last time Kawhi was the number two, but the point guard. That was the last time they won when the point guard was averaging regular season with Kyle Lowry. So the fact that it's not a rare thing, and Kyle Lowry was the last point guard to win, averaging that many assists, but you did have Kawhi as your go-to guy. So the fact that they don't have that last 5-minute guy kind of scares me with Indiana. But, I'm going for the Knicks anyway, so it really don't even matter.
Marcus?
But I think, Gil, the part we probably missed out is the uniqueness of Indiana. They go 10 deep, right? Like, we don't see that from teams in the playoff. And maybe they're trying to change the trend where they don't need a guy to get 30 points to really win, right? But the percentages, like I think they said he's shooting the highest percentage in the playoffs. Like he's getting efficient shots. He's doing whatever it takes to win. And he might actually be the guy. Haliburton has made bigger shots. Haliburton gets the ball to players and got him playing at that level. But he actually might be the number one guy. We just seen Haliburton make 2 big shots at the end of the game, which you would say Haliburton is the number one guy. But I'm thinking if I'm in Indiana and I'm in that locker room, I don't think Haliburton is the number one guy. I think it really is Siakam.
Markieff, I'm curious, what do you say to Gilbert's earlier point, which I thought was interesting, that we don't really know what Indy is because every series they've won, players have been injured, right? Yeah. When you look at, going back to even Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Milwaukee, they was injured, but he did say Cleveland had injuries last series, and the last 3 games, all Cleveland players played. Nobody was injured that game. You still got to beat team 3 times, 4 times in the playoffs. But I think also everybody is sleeping on Indiana. Since I've been here at ESPN in New York, I've heard every analyst that come up here says the Knicks are going to win. Indiana is playing at great basketball right now. Nobody is playing like Indiana. Like you said, 5 to 6 guys. Anybody could be a leading scorer every night. Their confidence is so high, higher than Steve Kerr last year when he didn't play Jason Tatum in the Olympics. Their confidence is extremely high, and in the playoffs, you need confidence like that. You need that, and they have that. And they're a team, like I said, they can go 10 to 12 deep at any time, Stephen A.
You came from L.A. to fly to New York just to rain on a parade. But you're not going to do it, Keith. You're not going to do it. It's orange and blue skies, baby. It's orange and blue skies.
That's the thing. I ain't scared of New York, man. You know, we from Philly. I ain't scared to say what's real. Everybody's scared to come to New York and say, what's that?
I know you didn't just brag about being from Philly. How they doing? How they doing? I mean, come on now.
Lakers. I can't
Don't
say
open
too
up
much.
that can of That's right.
I was on the Lakers. I can't say too much.
Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.